Gentlemen, when will you release your tax return specifically?
An hour ago.
Mr. Speaker posted his online an hour ago. We know that. Congressman Paul, we'll come down the line. Congressman Paul, I want to start with you. We reached out to your campaign this week, and they said you would not release your tax returns. Why?
Well, I hadn't thought it through. I don't have an intention of doing it, but for a different reason. I'd probably be embarrassed to put my financial statement up against their income, and I don't want to be embarrassed because I don't have a greater income. Now, I mean, it may come to that, but right now I have no intention of doing that. I think with our financial statements, congressional financial statements, I think you know more about me than I know about myself. That's how my wife found out so much about what we were doing, from my financial statement. Now, I don't think people need that because nobody's challenging me because I have no conflict of interest and I don't even talk to lobbyists and I don't take that kind of money. So there's no conflict.
All right. Governor Romney, when will we see yours?
When my taxes are complete for this year, and I know that if I'm the nominee, the president's going to want to attack people because they've been successful, and I have been successful. But let me tell you, the challenge in America is not people who have been successful. The challenge in America, and President Obama doesn't want to talk about this, is you got a president who's played 90 rounds of golf while there are 25 million Americans out of work, and you've got, and while the price of gasoline has doubled, he said no to the Keystone Pipeline. And while we got $15 trillion of debt, he said, look, I'm going to put another $1 trillion of debt for Obamacare. That's the problem in America, not the attacks they make on people who've been successful.
But some of the questions about when you release your taxes have not come. The president has raised them. His campaign has raised them. You're right on that. But so have some of your rivals up here. Speaker Gingrich has said you owe them to the people of South Carolina before they vote. Governor Perry made that point as well before he left the race. Why not should the people of South Carolina, before this election, seat last year's return?
Because I want to make sure that I beat President Obama. And every time we release things, drip by drip, the Democrats go out with another array of attacks. As has been done in the past, if I'm the nominee, I'll put these out at one time so we have one discussion of all of this. I obviously pay all full taxes. I'm honest in my dealings with people. People understand that. My taxes are carefully managed. And I pay a lot of taxes. I've been very successful, and when I have our taxes ready for this year, I'll release them.
Speaker Gingrich, is that good enough?
Look, he's got to decide, and the people of South Carolina have to decide. But if there's anything in there that is going to help us lose the election, we should know it before the nomination. And if there's nothing in there, why not release it? I mean, it's a very simple model. But he's got to decide. It's his decision, and everybody's got to run their own campaign based on what they think is the reasonable risk. I released mine this evening. We also released the little small charitable foundation we have so people can see what we do and how we did it and what our values are.
Senator Santorum, when will we see yours?
Well, I do my own taxes, and they're on my computer, and I'm not home. So, and there's nobody at home right now. Until I get home, I won't get them. When I get home, you'll get my taxes.